What's the best pair of Bluetooth earbuds you can get for around 30 bucks? That's what we're gonna find out on this super review. So I got with me two brand new pairs of Bluetooth earbuds that each cost around 30 bucks, right? We got the Soundpeats Q35 and we got the Dudios Zeus. Both very similar, you can see the packaging, very similar. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna unbox them. I'm gonna do my usual listening tests, but I got actually more than that in store. Because what I've got with me is I've got 7 other pairs of Bluetooth earbuds. And I've figured, I've got all these Bluetooth earbuds with me. Might as well figure out what is the best way that you can spend 30 bucks on Bluetooth earbuds. If you got 30 bucks burning a hole in your pocket, you're looking for some Bluetooth earbuds, which ones should you get? Because they're all kind of similar. Today we're gonna unbox a pair of Soundpeats and a pair of Dudios. All right, which one to start with first? They both look like they're in almost exactly the same box, which kind of makes me think that they're gonna be roughly the same product. They both advertise they've got aptX support. They both advertise water resistance. The Dudios advertises that it has wingtips, but I know that the Soundpeats also have wingtips. Let's see what other differences can we find in the box. There's not much, to be honest, so the product does look slightly different in the picture. You may or may not be able to tell here, but we'll go ahead and unbox it. Ooh, up to 8 hours of battery life. That's not too shabby for a small little Bluetooth earbud like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and unbox one. I'll start with the Dudios. All right, so what do you get in the box of a pair of Dudios Zeus Bluetooth headphones? This is actually really a surprising amount of stuff. The Dudios Zeus on Amazon right now are around 26 bucks, so that is not a bad spread. So what you get here is you get a little carrying case. That's actually a nice little surprise. I don't know if I would use it myself, but it's got a nice solid hard feel to it. It came with a little mini carabiner if that's helpful for you. Of course it came with a charging cable, and of course it is micro USB. Of course we got the headset itself, and we've got 4 pairs of wingtips and 4 different pairs of ear tips. So typically I've seen that these Bluetooth headphones, they seem to always come with 3 sets of the ear tips, right? We've got sort of a large, a medium, and a small, but this one also comes with extra small. These are tiny, so if you ever have an issue with fitting these tips into your ears, oh, I just noticed something. This has a 5th pair of wingtips and a 5th pair of ear tips on the headphones themselves already. So that is, all right, if these things don't fit, I don't know if anything's gonna fit your ears. What else we got? We got a couple of clips, which I don't think I would ever use these, but maybe if you wanted to clip the cable to your shirt or something like that, you could do that. We've got a couple of little small clips that will, I presume, kind of bunch up the cable if you want to make it nice and tight. It's nice that this comes with 2 of them, because that's what Jaybirds come with. They come with 2 pairs of or 2 sets of these little clips, and it just makes it so you can get a really nice fit. Interesting note here, these clips that came with these Dudios Zeus appear to have a Soundpeats logo on them. Now, I speculated that these might be the same headphones as the Soundpeats. I'm pretty confident they probably are. But anyway, of course you got instructions, but that's not interesting. What's gonna be interesting is what's in the box of the Soundpeats. So let's go ahead and toss this aside, open up the Soundpeats, and let's compare. All right, time for the Soundpeats. This is the Q35 model. And now I said I was gonna compare it to some other headphones. I actually have a different pair of Soundpeat Bluetooth earbuds here with me. This seems to be a newer model, so we'll see if there's actually any improvements. All right, so now what do you get in the box of the Soundpeats Q35? It looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? It looks almost exactly like what you got in the box of the Dudios. However, you do get fewer wingtips. With the Dudios, we got 5 different pairs of wingtips, and here with the Soundpeats, you are getting 3 different pairs of the wingtips. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, 3 pairs of wingtips, that's plenty for me. I don't need more than 3 pairs of wingtips, but one thing to point out is that the Dudios, not only did it come with more wingtips, it actually came with more styles of wingtips. So these all kind of look roughly the same. They're just different sizes of the same shape. The Dudios had essentially 2 different shapes. One is, you know, this typical wing style, and the other, the Dudios come with basically this, but they also come with a couple of different sizes of this style. And it kind of looks like a kettlebell sort of shape. Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure if that fits my ear better or not, but I guess we'll find out. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hook these both up to my phone, give them a listening test, give them a fit test, and then I'm going to compare them against those 7 other different pairs of Bluetooth earbuds that I got here, and just break it down in terms of like which ones fit the best, which ones sound the best, which ones have the best controls, which ones make sound when you change the volume, because that's something I hate and nobody really ever tells you about that. But we're gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna break it down. I'm not even kidding right now. I've got a spreadsheet over here to my left, and I'm gonna fill out that spreadsheet with some information about the Soundpeats and the Dudios. So I've now listened to 9, is that 9? I think that's how you count 9. I have now listened to 9 different pairs of Bluetooth earbuds. So which one is the best? Before we get to that, I'm gonna go through them one by one and just kind of tell you some of my listening notes and my fit notes as I went through all those different pairs of headphones back to back to back to back. I got some good notes. We're gonna go through them and then I'll tell you which one I like the best. Are these worth 4 or 5 times as much as the other ones? In short, no, I don't think these are. They just never fit that well. I do think that these have kind of the best build quality and the best kind of overall package. Like the feeling on the buttons is super, super nice. In terms of sound quality, I think these are probably the best balanced, but the one thing that I found lacking on these is the bass. There's just not a lot of bass there. You know what bass there is? It's nice and crisp. It doesn't distort at all, but it's a little lacking in the bass. These ones beep every time you change volume. Whether you change volume with the controller here or you change volume on your phone, these things beep. Another thing to keep in mind is that these ones are kind of like the biggest in terms of when you have them in your ears, they stick out the most. And if that's a thing that bothers you, you might be bothered by that. I think these don't sound quite as nice as the Jaybirds. They actually kind of have a funny sound signature. I don't really know exactly how to explain it, but generally they're pretty well balanced in that. They've got really good punchy bass. They're still pretty bright sounding, but they're not fatiguingly bright. These aren't the worst sounding ones that I had here, but in terms of the ones that were acceptably good sound, these are probably the lowest rating for me. One of the pluses for these though is this ear hook design. I don't know if you can tell here on the camera, but there's like a small barb at the bottom of the ear hook, which once this thing is secure, these are, in my opinion, the most secure of the different earbuds that I tried. And then the last thing to note is that, like the Origims, these things beep every time you change the volume, whether it is with the controller or with your phone. Of all these headphones, these have very clearly the worst audio quality. Like, these are the only ones that really I think are unacceptably bad audio quality. I just don't want to listen to these. The one thing that these things have going for them is that they get super loud. The other thing I guess they got going for them is they are the cheapest pair of headphones here. You know, the price difference between these and my favorite pair of headphones is like $4 or $6, so I don't know that it really matters that much, but they are the cheapest ones here. And they do also have these hooks if you like this style of fit. All right, I lied. These have the worst sound quality. These things are terrible, but these are also pretty old. I don't even know what they're called, which is why I kind of didn't even really include them here in the comparison, except that I wanted to make fun of them because these sound even worse than the ODM Beats, but they do get even louder. if that's something you care about. And the other thing that's worth pointing out about these is that even once it's made the Bluetooth connection with your phone, there's like 5 seconds before any sound is gonna come out of them. I don't know, these are the only headphones that had that kind of lag. They have a neckband, which do people like these things? I don't like the neckband. I'm not a fan of this thing. The one benefit to the neckband is that you get earbuds, which are the smallest here. These are the smallest earbuds. If you've got particularly small ears and you have trouble finding earbuds that will fit into your ears, you might like that these are really small. Now, the one thing that I will say about these is that they sound pretty decent. They don't sound as good. They don't have quite the clarity of some of the better headphones in this roundup, but they sound pretty decent. For my ears, these have the best fit, and it's not even really close, but I do think that these have the best sound signature of all of them with one big flaw. These anchors are way too bassy. The bass in this is just kind of ridiculously over pumped. I think the bass on these is just way overemphasized, and it ruins what is otherwise the best sound quality here. Now, ruins is a harsh word. I don't think it ruins it. These are still really pleasant to listen to, really fun to listen to. I wish that the bass wasn't so overemphasized. All right, so here we have the Dudios Zeus and we have the Soundpeats Q35. I just unboxed them and I thought that they looked very similar. It turns out they are essentially exactly the same pair of headphones. So in terms of fit, both of these are really good. Not quite as good for my ears as the anchors, just because I like those hooks on the anchors quite a bit. But these are very nearly exactly the same. And then they don't beep at all when you change volume, whether you're changing volume on the controller here or with your phone, and that is exactly what I demand. Please make no sounds. Thank you, Soundpeats and Dudios, for making no sound. Myself, I think apart from being too bright, I really like the way that these sound, and if I use the EQ on my phone, I can just turn down the highs just a smidge, and it totally makes these my favorite sounding headphone. The bass is really good on these without being overwhelming like it is on the anchors. So there you have it. They answered the question, which are the best pair of Bluetooth earbuds you can get for around 30 bucks? It's the Dudios or the Soundpeats. They're basically the same. If I had to choose, I'd probably go with the Dudios for 2 reasons. One, you know, they are $2 extra, but they do come with the extra tips just so that you can make sure that you get exactly the right fit. I think it's worth it. Also, I think the name Dudios is awesome. So if you're looking for a pair of Bluetooth earbuds and you got around 30 bucks to spend, the Dudios Zeus, that's what I recommend. If you want to check them out, I got a link to Amazon down below. While you're down there, you can hit the like button if you like this video, and then you can subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next super review.